Hello dear students. So this is our part 4. So today we will discuss about double displacement reaction. So to know this, so you have to know an activity about the double displacement reaction. So before going to the definition of this reaction, first we'll start an activity. So for this you will take two chemicals. So two chemicals, I am taking here two chemicals. Mu ethi dita chemical douchi. So first is your sodium sulfate solution. Gote munele sodium sulfate solution, and I am taking another solution, that is barium chloride solution. Barium chloride solution. So I am taking two solutions. So in a test tube, first you will take one solution. So say this is your sodium sulfate solution, Na2SO4 solution. Here I am taking 3 ml of sodium sulfate solution. एठी मु 3 ml रो sodium sulfate solution नेली. Here I will add 3 ml of barium chloride solution. ताले मु कोन करली ए एक्टिविटी पई first I am taking 3 ml of sodium sulfate solution in a test tube, and to this test tube I added 3 ml of another solution, that is barium chloride solution. Now suppose barium chloride solution आउ गोटे test tube रे थिला. Okay, so ए test tube रो किछि आनी करी एठी ऐड कली. आर कलर कौन थिला? कलरलेस. आर भी कौन थिला? कलरलेस. So both the solutions are colorless. Sodium sulfate solution is colorless. Barium chloride solution is also colorless. And when I added one solution into another solution, then what will you observe? Tala observation kon asibo? You will get a white precipitate. एठी हमें ऐड कले, एठी ऐड कला परे किछि रिएक्शन हबो, and you will get some white color precipitate. White precipitate. ताले एठी कोन मिलला पिले? White precipitate मिलिला. So I can write, so precipitate formation हला. So such type of reactions are also called as precipitation reaction. एमानकु मध्ये हमें कोन कहउचे? Precipitation reaction. Okay, so here I am taking double displacement reaction. So I also told this reaction is the precipitation reaction, but we will discuss about the actual definition of double displacement reaction. So precipitation reaction kahi kala? Because you are getting a precipitate during the reaction. Okay, a reaction ru kon observe kala gote precipitate formation hochi, that's why that is called as precipitation reaction. So some of the double displacement reactions are also precipitation reactions. So what is precipitate? Precipitate kona? Precipitate is nothing but insoluble substance. Insoluble substance formed during the reaction. Reaction time re, or after the completion of reaction, the insoluble substance formed, that is called as precipitate. ताल जो reaction रे precipitate formation हुए, those reactions are called as precipitation reaction. So here we conducted an activity. एठी हम कोन करले? गोटे टेस्ट ट्यूब रे नेथिले sodium sulfate solution 3 ml, and here I added 3 ml of barium chloride solution which was taken in another test tube. एठी हमें add कले. Now I can write. So here we conducted an activity a reaction between sodium sulfate and barium chloride. If you will write the chemical equation of the reaction, then you can write sodium sulfate. आमे sodium sulfate नेइथिले, sodium sulfate that was soluble means you can write aqueous. So sodium sulfate plus आसहित कौन ऐड कले barium chloride BaCl2 aqueous. So you got एठी हम कौन मिला गोटे precipitate मिला white color precipitate. So you got here barium sulfate. Precipitate माने insoluble, तेणु ब्रैकेट रे मु लिखली S. S means that is in the form of solid, जोटा कि soluble form नै. If a substance that is soluble in soluble form in water, then you can write aqueous. कोडे ब्रैकेट रे aqueous लिखिवो. जदि सी soluble होउनी, insoluble होउची means in the form of solid you are getting that substance, so you have to write S. S means that is in the form of solid. Aqueous means in soluble form. The reaction between sodium sulfate and barium chloride. So you got barium sulfate which is insoluble precipitate. So I can write a downward arrow mark plus you got NaCl. NaCl and that is aqueous. ताहले हमें एठी देखिले एठी, so this is one type of precipitation reaction because here you got a precipitate that is barium sulfate, that is white precipitate. एठी हमको white precipitate मिलेला. But so such type of reactions are also called as precipitation reaction. But our main heading, that is double displacement reaction. Our main heading double displacement reaction. So how can you define double displacement reaction? Because this precipitation reaction is also double displacement reaction. ताले केमित करिबा देखा, एठी देखा both are salts. ए दीटा पिले कौन हेतला salt हेतला. So before the reaction these two reactants are salts. After the reaction you obtained barium sulfate and sodium chloride and both are also salts. ए दीटा salt थिला, ए दीटा भी salt थिला. So before reaction the two substances were salts and after the reaction you also got two different salts. But how can you know that this reaction is double displacement reaction? एठी देखा, for example I am taking sodium sulfate. ताले generally sodium sulfate I am taking Na2SO4. So generally this first part is positive part generally. So it is sodium metal positive part, and the second part that is negative part. A salt contains a positive part and negative part. So it contains positive ion and negative ion, or positive radical and negative radical. Ions are also called as radicals. Okay. So एठी कौन अच्छी सोडियम टा positive part sodium अच्छी, negative part sulfate अच्छी. Similarly I am taking here barium chloride. एठी positive part रे अच्छी barium और negative part रे अच्छी chlorine, means in the form of chloride. ताले एमानक भितर रिएक्शन जेतो हला कोन हला exchange of ions हला. ए रिएक्शन कोन देखो एठी barium sulfate हला, माने देखो सोडियम सल्फेट थिला, एठू सोडियम बाहरी गला, ता जगह रे रही गला बेरियम. ताले सोडियम का जगह पड़ला बेरियम रो जगह को हला. ताले कोन हला एठी एई दीटा सॉल्ट सेमानक आयन को एक्सचेंज कले. फॉर एग्जांपल सोडियम सहित सल्फेट लागिथिला, बेरियम सहित क्लोरीन लागिथिला, क्लोराइड आयन थिला. सो सोडियम सहित बिफोर द रिएक्शन, बट आफ्टर रिएक्शन कोन हला बेरियम सल्फेट. ताले सल्फेट सहित कोडा लागि गला बेरियम लागिला. एठी सल्फेट सहित सोडियम लागिथिला एंड आफ्टर द रिएक्शन सल्फेट सहित बेरियम लागिला. सिमिलरली बेरियम क्लोराइड, एठी क्लोरीन सहित बेरियम थिला किंतु एठी क्लोरीन सहित सोडियम लागिला. ताले ए सोडियम टा बेरियम को जगह को आसला, बेरियम टा सोडियम रो जगह को आसला. सो सच टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शंस आर कॉल्ड एज डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट रिएक्शंस. मीन्स हियर एक्सचेंज ऑफ आयन्स टुक प्लेस. एठी आयन रो कोन होला पिले exchange hela. So how can you define double displacement reaction? our definition kon habo pile? Those reactions, first listen, those reactions in which two different atoms or groups, listen, those reactions in which two different atoms or group of atoms are exchanged are called as double displacement reaction. And listen, such type of reactions generally take place between two ionic compound. ये सब रिएक्शन आयोनिक कंपाउंड भितर हुए एंड इन द सॉल्यूशन फॉर्म रे. ए सोडियम सल्फेट को बेरियम क्लोराइड एटा को दीटा को सॉलिड फॉर्म नेल रिएक्शन होबनी, बट सेमान को सॉल्यूशन रे मींस यू हैव टू टेक सोडियम सल्फेट सॉल्यूशन एंड आल्सो बेरियम क्लोराइड सॉल्यूशन, देन सच टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शंस विल टेक प्लेस. ताले कोन होची ए दीटा सॉल्ट कंडीशन होची डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट पाई द कंपाउंड्स must be salt have padibo and they must be present in the solution, means tar soluble form re nebak padibo. And if exchange of ions takes place, then such type of reactions are called as double displacement reactions. So all of you can study the definition whatever I told you. Those reactions in which two different atoms or group of atoms are exchanged are called as double displacement reactions. And these reactions generally takes place between two ionic compounds in the solution. Okay students, then all of you know, so you can also define this double displacement reaction in different manner. So those reactions in which two ionic compounds, say reaction जोठे की data ionic compound in the solution exchange their ions to form new compounds are also called as double displacement reaction. ताले say reaction जोठे की ionic compound data ionic compound गोटे solution भितरे सेमानक reaction को सेमानकर आयन को एक्सचेंज करंती आउ गोटे नुआ कंपाउंड जदि फॉर्मेशन करंती, देन दोज आर कॉल्ड एज डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट रिएक्शंस. आई कैन आल्सो टेक अनदर एग्जांपल. फॉर एग्जांपल से सॉल्यूशन फॉर्म नेबा, आई एम टेकिंग टू टेस्ट ट्यूब्स, दीटा टेस्ट ट्यूब नेली बिले. वन टेस्ट ट्यूब सपोज इट कंटेन्स ए सॉल्यूशन ऑफ सिल्वर नाइट्रेट. एठी सिल्वर नाइट्रेट अछि सॉल्यूशन, सिल्वर नाइट्रेट सॉल्यूशन. And in another test tube I took, suppose, so this is our sodium chloride solution, sodium chloride solution only. Suppose I added silver nitrate solution into the sodium chloride solution. एटा को एटा रे ऐड करो किंबा एटा को एटा रे ऐड करो, no problem. So the reaction will take place. This is also double displacement reaction and also precipitation reaction. काहे कि देखाओ ए रिएक्शन कोन हबो. Another example I am जो कहली. So here suppose I am taking here HgNO3 silver nitrate solution. Here you can write aqueous plus sodium chloride solution aqueous, and you are getting kon habo double displacement. A double displacement reaction means there must be exchange of ions, ion ro exchange. आ पाखरे Hg plus ion अछि, nitrate ion अछि, NO3 माइनस आपर Na प्लस आयन अच्छी, Cl माइनस आयन अच्छी, ताले एटा ए जगह को जीवो, एटा ए जगह को जीवो, दीटा कर दीटा होची, एटा ए जगह को आसिला, एटा ए जगह को आसिला, ताले एटा यदि ए जगह को आसिला, you can write here NaNO3 plus एटा ए जगह को आला, so you can write HgCl. एटा soluble, so you can write aqueous. एटा insoluble माने precipitate formation हला, silver nitrate, white color precipitate formation होची. So exchange of ions took place, that's why that is an example of double displacement reaction. And also you got a white precipitate here, you got a precipitate. So such type of reactions are also called as precipitation reaction. ताले हमें definition दीटा पहले double displace, most of the double displacement reactions are precipitation reactions, but not all. सब जाक नुह, I will give you some examples. So double displacement reaction बुझिला those reactions in which exchange of ions takes place, those are called as double displacement reaction. जदि आयन रो एक्सचेंज हैला ताले कौन हबो डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट रिएक्शन बिटवीन टू आयोनिक कंपाउंड्स. आउ जदि से डिस्प्लेसमेंट रिएक्शन पर जो प्रोडक्ट फॉर्मेशन होला से भितर जदि गोटे प्रेसिपिटेट फॉर्मेशन होउची, such type of double displacement reactions are also called as precipitation reaction. But there are also some double displacement reactions which are not precipitation reactions. For example, I am taking an acid. जदि गोटे acid नेबी HCl. Okay, I am taking a base that is suppose NaOH. मु दुईटा नेली एठी exchange of ions took place. एटा H plus अच्छी Cl minus अच्छी Na plus अच्छी OH minus अच्छी exchange हला एटा ए जगह को आसला एटा ए जगह को आसला. So you got NaCl plus एटा ए जगह होला H टा means HOH. HOH is nothing but water. So you got salt and water. So acid plus base, you got salt and water. So such type of reactions also took place with the exchange of their ions. So that is also an example of double displacement reactions. But here no precipitate formed. एटा aqueous form रे थिला, soluble थिला. एटा aqueous soluble थिला, ये भी aqueous. एटा liquid. So एठी जो formation हला compound, that is both are soluble. एटा soluble होउछ. So no precipitate is formed. Precipitate formation होउनी. So that's why that is not a precipitation reaction. So that is simply neutralization reaction. So the reaction between acid and bases to form salt and water. The reaction between acid and base to form salt and water are also called as neutralization reaction. So neutralization reactions are also some type of double displacement reactions. So double displacement reaction कौन है परे? Some are precipitation reactions, some are neutralization reactions. केतल neutralization हबो जदि आमे गोटे एसिड और गोटे बेस नउचे, then such type of double displacement reactions will be called as neutralization reactions. But when you are taking two different salts, like here जदि आमे दीटा अलगा अलगा salt नउचे, for example silver nitrate NaCl, ताल reaction होउची दीटा का salt होउची एड acid base नो, both are salts, and reaction takes place with the formation of a insoluble precipitate. That's why such type of reactions are called as precipitation reactions. So here we'll discuss two different examples of precipitation reactions. One is reaction between sodium sulfate and barium chloride. ए दीटा भीतर देखले हमें to form barium sulfate plus NaCl, sodium chloride. Similarly, another example, that is HgNO3 plus NaCl. It is precipitate thila. Here you got HgCl plus NaNO3. It is insoluble. Similarly, you can take another example that is also given in your textbook activity. So the reaction between lead nitrate PbNO3, lead nitrate and potassium iodide. ए दुटा भी तो देखिबा एटी पॉजिटिव लीड होची पॉजिटिव आयन, नाइट्रेट नेगेटिव आयन. हियर पॉजिटिव आयन इज पोटासियम, नाइट्रेट आयन नेगेटिव आयन इज आयोडाइड आयन. सो एक्सचेंज हबो Pb ए जगह जिवो K ए जगह आसीबो. सो यू विल गेट PbI2 plus KNO3. ओके, आई कैन बैलेंस हियर. हां ताले एठी होची एठी प्रेसिपिटेट फॉर्मेशन होला, एटा प्रेसिपिटेट फॉर्मेशन होची. सो दिस इज येलो प्रेसिपिटेट आउ ए दीटा जगह को प्रेसिपिटेट होतला, व्हाइट प्रेसिपिटेट होतला. सो प्रेसिपिटेट, सो सच टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शंस आर डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट रिएक्शंस एंड दे आर आल्सो precipitation reactions. So what is the color of precipitate formed here? That is yellow precipitate. So can you name the compound? So this compound is lead iodide. So So this is the balanced equation. Okay, so this is also a double displacement reaction.